Hey guys, I'm going to go over how to set up a Google document in the same way that we did like a Word document. So this is how to set up a Google document as in that MLA format. So if we think about our mnemonic device, my fish said he hates turtle toes, our first step is which is margins. So in order to set my margins, I am going to go up here to File and scroll down to where it says Page Setup. On Page Setup, I'm going to check where it says Margins. And then my margins should be top, bottom, left, and right. They should all be at 1. So if it's not at 1, you want to change that to be 1. So all 4 of these should be at 1. And then if they are at 1, you're going to click OK. So once I've clicked OK, my next step is to make sure that my font and my font size are matching MLA format. So I want to go up here to the top at where you see Times New Roman right here. This is our font bank that we have. So we're going to scroll down and find Times New Roman if it's not already on it. Your kind of initial one you're going to have is usually Arial. So you want to make sure we change that to be Times New Roman. If you don't have it up here at the top, you want to scroll kind of toward the bottom and you'll see it right there. So once I've chosen Times New Roman, I need to make sure my font size is at 12. So I'm going to make sure I change that to be 12-point font. So if I click here, I should see Times New Roman and 12-point font. My next step, my fish said, is to make sure my line spacing is correct. So I'm going to go here to where you see this little up and down line with 3 lines next to it. So whenever I click this, I'm going to see single, 1.15, 1.5, and then double. Double needs to be selected. Your one you're going to start out with is going to be 1.15, usually on Google Documents. So make sure you click double, and it is going to set up your paper to be in double spaced format. So you'll see that once again, double spaced. All right, my fish said he. He is for header. So just like in a Word document, you're going to click up here and you'll see kind of your header thing pop up. So you should see header right here. So this is the area that we are working in that's up top. In order to adjust my header, I'm going to go up here to Insert. So up at the very top, Insert, and then scroll down to where it says Header and Page Number. We want to make sure we click page number. So we're looking at page number and there's a little menu that comes up right here. And you're going to choose the first one where you have 2 pages and it has a 1 and a 2. So choose that and you see 1 pop up right here. If you would click before the 1, you're going to type your last name. So for me, I will type Reeves and then do a space. Now, if you notice, my Reeves is in Arial font. So I want to make sure that we change this to match MLA format. So I'm going to go back up here to the top, choose Times New Roman, choose 12 point, and now it should match my format. So if I click right underneath the header, that's going to put me back to my paper, and that's where we need to start from. So notice I still have Times New Roman 12 point right here. So my fish said he hates. Hates is for our heading. So for our heading, same thing like in our other video for how to do it in a Word document. We're going to do our first and last name. So I would type Jen Reeves. And then you're going to type your teacher's name. So since you have 4 of us, just choose one teacher. Don't worry about putting all 4 of us. So I will write Miss Wright on mine. Notice whenever I'm typing, my formatting got a little bit off. So I'm going to make sure I highlight this again, click my line spacing, and put it back at double. Sometimes that can happen if you're maybe clicking somewhere else and it might revert back, but now it should be good from this point. So if I click again, you see that I am in my format for my line spacing. So your next thing should be English 3. So you're going to put your class. And notice when I skip down again, we're still in that format. So you should see this space in between. If you don't see that, make sure you just highlight it, like I said, and check it like I did before and make sure it is at double. So that's where it should be. So if you see that it's looking weird, make sure you go and check it again. And then you're going to put your date. So May 2nd, 2019 is what I'm going to put because that's today's date that I'm working with. But for you, whenever you're typing this, make sure you put the date of the day you're working. So then I'm going to enter down one more time. And my last thing, or my next thing that I have, my fish said he hates turtle. Turtle is for title. So the easy way I like to do the title is to, put your alignment to center alignment, and then you're going to put it back after you do your title. So to change your alignment, you're going to go here where you see these like 3 lines or 4 lines. Right now it's aligned to the left. I'm going to choose center align. So if I click that, you notice it brings it to the middle. So for my title, I'm just going to title it as Unit 5 Portfolio. So for you, whatever your topic is, you would want to make sure you have something that reflects your topic. So your title should be something like that. But notice my title is not underlined, it's not bolded or anything else. This is how it should be. So I'm going to skip down another line. Notice we're still in our double space format, so it looks like we formatted it correctly. And then go back to align and choose the left align. So notice it brings it back over here. So when I'm doing the left align, I'm going to do my last step. My fish said he hates turtle toes. Toes stands for tab. So I'm going to tab it over, and now I am ready to begin. And you'll just go with your essay from that. So with each paragraph that you write, you will tab and use that key on your keyboard to make sure that your paragraphs are indented appropriately. But that is how you set up your paper for MLA format in a Google document. So this video will be saved, and out there is a resource for you to check in case you need a refresher for it. But I hope that this was helpful for you and that it gave you a good idea of how to use this in a Google document.